Hey guys, it's Jessica Hayes. Today I have done a look with the brand new Urban Decay Moon Dust palette. You guys all know that I'm a huge sucker for Urban Decay Moon Dust. So when I saw that they had it in a palette, I was like, yes please. So I decided to do something a little bit of a colorful mix up with these eyes. It's super colorful and super fun, but wearable at the same time. So if you guys want to see how to achieve this look, keep watching and I will teach you exactly how to do it. I'm going to start by concealing the eyes. I have the Naked Skin Concealer. This is the shade Light Warm. I've had this shade before, but right now it's still just a little too dark for me. I'm just going to mix in some of this color correcting in yellow, just to lighten it up a little bit. For primer, I'm just going to take the NYX HD Eye Base. And just as a transition shade, I'm just going to grab this taupey shade from the Kat Von D Smoke Quad. I'm just going to pop that in the crease of the eye. Now I'm going to take this Zoeva 231 Petite Crease Brush, and I'm going to take this greenish shade here from the Sourcebox Art Nouveau palette, just on the tip of that brush. Going to start by working that into the crease. Because we're going to be doing two different colored eyes, I'm just going to use that same brush and this Vera Mona color switch. Wipe that brush off. And then I'm going to take this purpley shade from the Art Nouveau and put that in the other crease. Just going to make sure each eye has the same kind of intensity. Don't worry about too much about what's going on down the lid because we're going to cover that with Moon Dust. It's more about achieving a blend just above, because the Moon Dust is so glittery you can't really blend with it, so that's why I'm taking these shadows. I'm just gonna get that original Morphe 511 brush and just a tiny bit of those shades on the tip of that brush and just shade that in through to meet with that transition color, blend in with that transition color. For under the eye, I'm going to take these Makeup Geek pencils in Ocean and Royal. So Royal is going to go on the green side. And I'm just going to use this little Morphe M508 to brush it in. And Ocean on the purple side. I always feel like when I do these looks, like for a minute my face kind of looks lopsided, but it's just the brain not used to it, I think. So I'm going to be using this beautiful Moon Dust palette from the new Urban Decay Fall collection. I'm going to take Light Year for my green side and Magnetic for my purple side. So I'm popping Light Year on with just a flat shader brush. Sometimes the Moon Dust, they do work well with your fingers as well, so if you're not afraid to use fingers, go ahead. Oh, this color is beautiful. This is the first time that I've played with it so far. This little thing I've had for so long, geez, like probably 4 years now. Obviously you get different replacements, but you can use it, just kind of swirl your brush around, and what it does is it cleans the color off your brush. Pretty much use it all the time. I just don't really talk about it because I'm so used to using it. So Magnetic on the purple side. Back to that small Morphe M508 brush, and then we're going to do the opposite colors underneath. So where I've popped that green pencil, and I'm going to kind of blend it downwards as well. Color switch, and then grab that Magnetic color. With these colors, because they do have so much chunky kind of glitter in them, you want to make sure you're pressing them on when you're using them. Because if you kind of go straight in with like a wiping motion, they're just gonna flick off everywhere. The Moon Dust certainly don't have as much shadow fallout as you might think though. Use that color switch again, and I'm just gonna take this color Spectre. I'm just gonna pop that on the inner corner of the eyes. I don't know how I feel about that pink. I'm just gonna grab the Sin highlighter, pop a little bit of that over the top of it. That's better, just to tone that color down. I think we've already got enough color going on without adding baby pink to the mix. I'm just gonna grab this Urban Decay waterline pencil. This is the color Walk of Shame. This is just one of those nudie flesh colored pencils. Brighten the eyes up a little bit. I'm gonna add just a little line to the top of the eye, and this is the Urban Decay waterproof fine point pen. Now that the line is done, I'm just gonna take a little wipe. This is just an e.l.f. makeup remover wipe. Just kind of clean up underneath the eyes. I pretty much just wiped off all of the concealer that we had just done. I'm just gonna take the color correcting in pink, just add a little bit of that underneath the eye. So the pink is meant to be brightening for any kind of bluish hues that you get, which is usually the discoloration around the eye area. Pink works well for me, but if you're a little more tan, I would do the peach one of these. I'm just gonna take that big fluffy brush that we were working with before and make sure that's all blended underneath the eye. Because this is definitely more of a nighttime look, I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. This is in the shade 1. I actually used this the other day and it did get pretty shiny, but it stayed on my face. I think I had it on for like 15 hours, so, and it wasn't like breaking up or it didn't lose its coverage anywhere. So quite impressed. So I'm just gonna apply this with the damp beauty blender. This is the shade 1, and as you can see, it's quite a medium to full coverage. So as you can see, that's pretty good coverage. I haven't added any extra concealer over any of my spots yet, and I probably won't because that's enough coverage for me, I feel. I'm gonna pop a bit of my favorite powder, the Ambient Diffused Light from Hourglass, just to lightly set it. I'm gonna take a little spoolie and the Jet Black Eye Cream from Brow Rehab. Just doing a kind of natural brow today. I don't want anything too harsh because this look is pretty crazy as it is. For the cheeks, I feel like I definitely need some color. The shade 1's pretty good. I'd say it's almost a perfect match. So just to add a little bit of color, I'm gonna add this Beach Bronzer in Sunkissed from Urban Decay. Just bring that up into the temples just a little bit. That little tiny bit of foundation that's kind of dried up a little bit on the pump, I'm just going to use that right there on that little spot just to conceal. I'm just going to take this Courtney Jane C407 brush and a little bit of the Sin Afterglow highlighter again, and I'm just going to add that to the tops of the cheekbones. Just a little bit under the brow bone. I wonder if we're gonna look back at this era of makeup with all of the crazy highlights, how people look back at the 80s with blush. I'm gonna be one of those ladies that's like in her 70s still rocking a badass highlight. Just gonna curl my lashes for once in my life and just add a little bit of this It Cosmetics Superhero Lash. I want to keep the lips pretty nude, so I'm just going to take Staten Island from Ofra, and I'm just going to be using the Smith 302 brush to apply that. And of course that with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, they need to make a different type of packaging because it gets dirty so easy. Well, I hope you guys have liked this tutorial with the Moon Dust palette. A subscriber did ask for a two-toned eye the other day. I'm not sure if they were talking about like two colors on the same eye or this kind of mix up. But I like these color mix-ups. They're fun every now and then. I'm pretty sure the first time that I ever saw anyone do this, it was Kat Von D, and she's so creative with her makeup. So kind of become a little bit of an internet trend, but it's also really fun just for something different. And pretty much I just wanted to try as many colors as possible from this new palette. If you are a lover of color and sparkles, then you absolutely have to get this palette. It is in store and online at Sephora. I did see it in there the other day when I was shopping. You guys all know that I'm a huge fan of Moon Dust shadows. They are super, super pigmented. They're just like a fun little addition to your makeup, especially like these kind of more neutrally shades, just to spice up, you know, a look that's not so fun. Let me know what kind of look that you guys want to see next week. I know the last few weeks have been kind of colorful, so maybe I'll do something a little more neutral if you guys are feeling it. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see a neutral look, or should I stay in Color Town? What do you guys think? So thank you always for tuning in. Make sure you guys like this video if you liked this video, and subscribe and all of that good stuff. I will see you guys next Tuesday for my weekly video. See you later.